Peace. Today I want to talk about creativity or what that means to me. This is what I've been inspired to talk about today, so I'm going to talk about it. Speaking of inspiration, to me, that's what creativity means. Inspired. Creativity is a spark of inspiration. And so to be inspired, to me, means to be in spirit, right? To have tapped in to the spark itself, the spark of life, the spark of light, the spark of creativity, to co-create ideas, bring forth things that are imagined into a form of reality for yourself. The reason I wanted to talk about creativity is because it is a gift from the divine, and the presence of it is the evidence of the divine. When you are creative, whether that be through visual art, music, poetry, speaking to people, even healing, that in and of itself is an art. And there are various manifestations of creativity that will serve as examples of divine inspiration. Inventors who come up with new ways of helping mankind. That inspiration comes from somewhere, and the desire to help people is what opens up that channel. The desire to be of service to your fellow beings, spiritual beings, right? Because we really are human doings. We're not here to be human. We're here to do human things so that our spirit can learn more spirituality. If that, in the way that makes sense to me, is the lessons I've learned, the things that I've come across in life, the experiences that I've gathered have not only informed me of what I want in life, what feels good to me, what is right for me, but also what's wrong, right? So in doing this human experience, doing this human experiment, I think the idea is to get back to inspiration. We are set here to find a way to be inspired, lest we kind of fall into some other sort of form of existence that's less preferred. And that's often what happens when you lack creativity, when you lack imagination, when you lack the spark, when you lack inspiration. You tend to repeat things over and over again that have you stuck, that have you in a cycle. These cyclic tendencies are only broken through the wisdom of learning what that lesson is trying to teach you, mastering it so that you can avoid falling into that specificity again, whatever that is, and moving on to the next experience. Because not only are we here to create, we are a part of creation. We are notes in a symphony, harmonious notes, as it were, or should be, but there's a disharmony, right? And so the creativity that we are given is what allows us to get into harmony. It's what allows us to tune in and begin to express with love and in proper intention that which is going to allow us to resonate as that note in this harmony, in this symphony. What is your note? Because that in and of itself helps to define what line of creativity belongs to you, right? The note that belongs to you, the note that you resonate with, is the vibration that you should uh, beam out of yourself the loudest, so that your note is heard in choir with the rest of the notes in the proper way. And it will help to unlock higher elevations of being, right? So when we help each other through our creativity, we are actually helping ourselves to exist through the God energy that is within us and others. And by doing so, we elevate ourselves, and by relation, those others into this God energy, which allows us to then create a new plateau from which to launch again. There are levels, right? But the levels aren't there to be enjoyed alone, right? So creativity is given to you so that you can share your inspiration with the world, so that they can see the evidence of the higher power of the light and resonate within it. It may not be the same note, but it will be in chorus, right? Chords are made up of various notes that are in harmony with each other, that are designed to bring forth lush, rich, environmental soundscapes or resonances that alone are beautiful, but together are even more. Imagine someone whistling or playing an instrument by themselves, and then as they play their single instrument, they are joined by other people who are, in a sense, jamming with them in the zone, where the next note isn't necessarily planned, but the idea, the key, the format that they're playing in is so locked in that they don't need to know what the next note is. They know the range of notes to play within this scale that will allow them to stay within harmony, right? You get a bunch of different notes within which to bounce around and resonate and still be in harmony, whichever note you want, in conjunction with other people that are also happily, joyfully expressing their notes, various notes within their scale, their range, right? As we all do this, it begins to create a symphony. And everybody that I know that enjoys music or art enjoys it more when it's more of it, when it's a conglomeration or collaboration of those things, all working towards the same intent and goal. And the feeling that you get out of that is love. It's a positivity that pours back into you. It inspires you. You turn your attention towards this art, this creativity that has been presented and expressed to you. And you are in turn, as you are reflected on, you begin to reflect back. If it's right, if there's no warping, if there's no derangement, if there's no dis-ease, if there's no misalignment. Because as you all know, if you look in the mirror directly, you will see what's in front of it. But if you look at it from an angle, you will see a different reflection, right? So face the mirror head on and reflect head on into others with that creative spark that has been given to you. And it's in there.